if you want to really see something that's said, take a look at what happened.
Would you say a word about what you've seen across the world?
I was in China last week.
In China, there is an outbreak of the coronavirus. President Nelson requested that we look at our global partners who may be doing work to help with this outbreak. And one partner came forward, Project Hope, and in their request to us, they specifically asked for masks, goggles, and the coveralls.
And Shanghai, People's Republic of China.
President Biden accusing the social media giant and other platforms of, in his words, quote, killing people.
Mr. President, how many staff are sick? How many of your staff are sick? Thank you very much. Thank you. Do you think you might be a super spreader, Mr. President? Think about it.
For the first time, we have an idea now of how much the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints Big Investment Fund performed over the course of a year.
That fund is called Ensign Peak Advisors, and Fox 13 News investigative reporter Nate Carlisle found the public document showing how many billions of dollars it gained in 2020.
Over the last year, the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints has been more forthcoming about how it's investing tithing money. This latest filing with the Securities and Exchange Commission shows that despite the economic downturn of the pandemic, the church's big investment fund made money. This filing with the SEC shows the holdings of Ensign Peak Advisors at the end of 2020. When added all up, it shows the fund gained more than $6 billion in one of the most difficult financial years in American history.
Travis Wayne Goodsell. I just found out a naughty secret of YouTube by the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. Three days ago, YouTube sent me an email saying that my appeal of a copyright violation was approved and it was not considered a copyright violation. YouTube has used this to attack me. I use video clips. Video clips are not copyright protected. YouTube doesn't give a damn. They use it as a weapon to silence me. Because when there's a copyright claim, YouTube's algorithms kick in to silence my videos. And so I've noticed my videos are being shut down. I'm getting 1 view per hour for the last 3 days. Last night, there was the anomaly of over 200 views within 1 hour. And then boom, right back down to 1 per hour. I'm very well aware of what's going on and what's being done to me. This has been a habit, a pattern of practice of YouTube for years, ever since my 2018. Well, it was actually 2017, but 2018 was when it took off. My 40,000 view video. YouTube has since shut that down, but the damage was already done, and so they've had to attack me in other ways. During 2020, I was reporting on what only Fox News was reporting on. That of the Church of I'm covering that part of it. But Fox News was the only ones who were reporting that there was a lab leak by China in China. And so I'm doing this reporting, and I'm adding my research of Nelson coming out and saying, hey, I've been working with China. And then Fox 13 News Utah is reporting that the church made money off of causing COVID. That's a video clip. I've been repeating that numerous times to remind people that this church is the enemy. They are murdering to get gain. All Mormons know that exclusive Mormon doctrine. And yet, I'm still under attack. Mormons and ex-foes, never-mos, refuse to understand what I'm talking about, that this church is a threat. And instead, ex-foes are battling it out with momos, about whether or not Joseph Smith used a rock and a hat. Whether Joseph Smith practiced polygamy or not. You guys are looking beyond the mark. You're falling for the diversion of the church to lead you away from them being the enemy. And so, yeah, those people who you knew who died of COVID, Nelson has the blood on his hands. He caused it. Trump getting COVID. Yeah, Nelson tried to assassinate President Trump. Under the Biden administration in 2021, Fox News has been reporting about how social media was ordered by Biden to censor people over the COVID information. YouTube was no exception. And because I'm reporting on what Fox was reporting and reporting what the medical doctors were saying and exposing the conspiracy with the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, making money with the deal with China, this channel was banned several times, forcing me to go over to TWG, which then also got banned, as I had to go back and forth between the two channels to warn Mormons of the enemy threat of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. As YouTube is working in conspiracy with the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, with their Mormon employee, to murder you, to assassinate Trump, to tear down the federal government, all so that the church can make a whole lot of money and get their kingdom back. I then saw 3 days ago the reason why I was getting 1 video view per hour. They snuck in another copyright violation. After the other one was lifted. They are refusing to let me go. They know the algorithms are triggered by copyright violators to punish them, to deny free speech, which Trump says he's restored. No, he hasn't. YouTube refuses to follow the executive order of the president in order to protect the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, who attempted to assassinate Trump. Which means YouTube is equally responsible for trying to assassinate Trump. You give aid and comfort to the enemy, you're the enemy. And so I am not being hyperbolous in my channel titles or in my video content. When I tell you that the church is trying to assassinate Trump, I already have it on good authority from my past reporting. They've already attempted to assassinate him. And so, yeah, why are they going to stop now? Seriously? They're getting away with it. Utah is a sanctuary state because of the church. And nobody's going after them. Cox is making sure nobody touches them. There's a reason why I do my videos for you guys. There's a reason why I do church news videos. This is why I now started Trump Ice 2025. This is why I cover conference. This is why I cover everything about this church. And Mormons refuse to get it. Ex-foes refuse to get it. Other channels have people who follow them. I only have a handful. Those other channels, Mormon or ex-foe, they're lying to you, diverting you away from the threat of this church. I'm the only one who's telling you the truth, because I am the only rightful successor leader of Joseph Smith's religion. Nelson is a fraud. Brigham Young was a fraud. Section 107, verses 91 and 92. That is my authority and right to lead this church. And all you guys had to do was run the test. So this morning, the video I put up, you'll notice has 2 of them. Unless all you do is allow YouTube to recommend videos for you. You follow other people's channels, going to their channel and their video page to see where you left off. And you won't do it with me, huh? You think that because I'm late on posting a video that you're just going to wait for whenever I do post. I have over 8.4K you've missed out on. There are plenty of videos of mine for you to get caught up on. You guys don't get it. The threat is real. Your lives are in danger. And I'm the only one trying to save you. I'm the only one trying to save Trump. So yes, they denied the posting of my videos. I had to file numerous complaints to finally get it to show. The Mormon employee rigged the algorithms to deny them to appear. And then, boom, I went to Kash Patel, I went to Pam Bondi, I went to Trump, letting them know. And yes, I reminded Trump that he got COVID because of Nelson. That Nelson tried to assassinate Trump. And if they don't respond after today, then there's somebody working against them in their offices, refusing to transfer those emails of mine to them. And so, again, we have to go over it with you, because Mormons are the enemy. They refuse to know the truth. They refuse to follow the truth. They have the Book of Mormon and Joseph Smith as their founder, and they use them to make money. This church turned them Christian to make money, because there is no money in calling the Book of Mormon Jewish. Just ask Joseph. Ex-foes saying, Joseph Smith made up the Book of Mormon. It's all a fraud. He's trying to make money. He was a money digger. Yeah, and see how rich Joseph was and how successful he was? That Brigham Young was just so jealous that he had him murdered. Even when you attack Joseph, you're still being a racist bigot. You leave the church as a racist bigot to continue to be a racist bigot against the own founder and keystone scripture. Mormons are the worst of humanity for this denialism, this illiteracy, intentionally chosen to maintain their faith bubbles. Book of Mormon, 1 Nephi, chapter 1, verse 2, Jewish, not Christian. No duh. And so section 3, verse 16, since it's the Jewish religion, it's the Jewish Christ. No duh. 2 Nephi chapter 3 verse 5. You have Messiah, and in case you're illiterate or unaware, Messiah means Christ. Greek is Christ, Hebrew is Messiah. It's an anointed one. Kings are anointed. Humans, not Trinity or non-Trinitarian. This is the Mormon Christ that the Book of Mormon and Joseph Smith are talking about. Jewish, from the Bible. There's going to be a forerunner Christ, Messiah ben Joseph, son of Joseph, of Egypt. He sets up the religion, sets up the temple rituals, tries to plant the word of the Book of Mormon. Yeah, it's Joseph Smith. And then is murdered by the enemy, who steals his church, destroys the temple rituals and replaces them with the abomination of desolation, and begins prostituting Mormon women. Now, remove Mormon from the equation, and that's the Jewish understanding of the Messiah ben Joseph. And so, a human, through this great and abominable church will be the man like Moses of Deuteronomy 18, verse 15. The Messiah ben David. Emmanuel by name. The Egyptian sun god at noonday. Oh, did scientists and Egyptologists deceive you into thinking those were fake news gods? Where do you think the Jews got the ideas for the scriptures they wrote of prophecy and revelation about their Christ? Horus, son Ammon, is the Egyptian version of Emmanuel, the Jewish Christ. Hercules also. They are not non-Trinitarian that Catholics condemn, that the great and abominable Church of Constantine condemns. You're not getting it. Anything Christianity and the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints claims is false. You can't trust them. You can't believe them. You cannot allow it to enter into your premise. You've got to remove it. They're lying to you. They're deceiving you. They want to hurt you. Jesus is telling them to hurt you. And as a result, Messiah ben David, can you guess who he is? I already told you. You didn't run the test, did you? Is to restore Joseph Smith's religion called resurrection. Not the Christian falsehood of bones coming back together with the sinews and the muscles and the flesh and the life. No. Joseph Smith is not coming back to earth to be Messiah ben David. Stupid Mormons. Dear God. I restore Joseph's religion by simply going over the Book of Mormon with you and the words of Joseph Smith as Jewish. And so, yes, I will restore the temple, Zion. I will gather you when I put out the call of section 133. That is the book of the law that will be created. But the fall of the great and abominable church must happen first. They need to transfer everything to me so that I can get you in an exodus to go to Zion. I am doing everything I can to get you to Zion, to get you to listen, to save your lives, to expose this church who tried to assassinate a president of the United States again. They've succeeded on previous presidents. They were planning on assassinating Joseph Smith as president. But then that whole Nauvoo expositor thing happened. And so, hey, that's a great idea. Let's blame Joseph for it and get him locked up, and then we can assassinate him in Carthage jail. We'll pay the Judas price of the ledger that we got from the Danites. That Nelson rushed out in 2023 before Thanksgiving to claim it's proof that Section 119 is true. You don't get it, Mormons. And so Section 107, to finish this off and then be denied being loaded on YouTube again. The duty of Joseph Smith as president of the office of the high priesthood is to preside over the whole church and to be the Jewish Christ, man like Moses, Messiah, ben Joseph in this case, who's Messiah ben David for the latter days. That's me. And these are the fruits that you are to judge me by. Seer, visions and dreams. Revelator, days, times, hours of the future predictions of prophet. If you've been following me for years, you know I've given you extra prophecies above and beyond the scriptures and Joseph Smith. Right, Nelson? And translator of Paleo-Hebrew, i.e. pre-Babylonian captivity Jewish Egyptian. You know, that Book of Mormon claim. And Egyptian, both of which needed to be deciphered. Still, after all this time, have not been deciphered until me. And you're going, well, Egyptologists have already deciphered Egyptian. Yeah, that's because you're dumb, you don't understand what they did. Jean Champollion deciphered the Rosetta Stone. That's the learning of the Greeks in the language of the Egyptians. Greek is an alphabet. Egyptian, no. You cannot do that for Egyptian. Egyptian is a picture visionary language. And so there's multiple meanings and translations for one hieroglyph. So Egyptologists don't know this because they didn't decipher it. They're only taught how to use the Greek language to be imposed on Egyptian. And thus, why it's Asher and Har and Asset rather than Osiris, which is Greek form of it, using the same Egyptian wording from the Rosetta Stone of the Greek alphabet phonemes to be imposed on the Egyptian. So the Us, Horus, Osiris, that's the masculine singular ending. Not complicated, and yet I walked right into it. Because Joseph Smith said the biblical Hebrew text is wrong. Not just the English version. Joseph Smith is right. The world's scholars are wrong. All I did was run the test. As everybody is supposed to run the test, and I'm the only one who did. And now you know me by my fruits. I am known worldwide. My accomplishments are known worldwide. And yet Mormons live in denial. So, there you have it. The conspiracy of YouTube and Nelson to murder Trump. Don't mess with me.